So I just watched a pilot for The Mentalist. You know when sometimes you're like, I hope the pilot is as good as what I expect it to be. Holy crap. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Mentalist Summer Reviews, in which I am going to review older episodes of The Mentalist so that you and I can spend the summer together just talking about The Mentalist. I think it's fun. I think we should do that. That's gonna be awesome. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna do 10 episodes, and first up is going to be the pilot. Now, the pilot of The Mentalist is like any other pilot in the sense that it introduces us to the character of Patrick Jane and the CBI team. So the case in this episode is about this crooked doctor who, in order to hide the fact that he was crooked, decided to kill his partner and the friend of his partner by pretending to be Red John, but of course, Patrick gets him. Yeah, that's what The Mentalist is all about. So, what worked? Holy crap, what didn't work? I was so glad I forgot about the pilot. It was such a great experience to watch it again. I'm telling you guys, it's like watching a whole new Mentalist episode because I didn't remember what happened. And it was also a lot of fun. But let me just break it down. What was really good about this? First thing you have to mention is just the first few minutes of the episode. You see Patrick coming in, and for like 2 minutes, the man says nothing at all. He's just looking around, and then he starts his thing, and you're like, God damn it, that's why I love this show. Whew, just intense. The other thing I really enjoyed was the music. That music all throughout the episode just reminded me of classic Mentalist. They don't use the music as much in these more recent episodes, but I was loving it. It just added this whole feel to the episode and to the show. I was like, oh, it's The Mentalist. I remember the music. The music was so great. It was just fun to watch the past. Watch the team when they're starting out. So they're not fully, working together in the way they are working together now. Obviously, years have passed. But it's a good way of seeing how this whole thing started out. And it also made me fall in love with the show all over again. And we also see the beginnings of what I like to call Jane and Lisbon, aka Gisbin, the banter. The banter was just there. It's there. It's there from day one. It continues on until now. It was good to see it again. It was good to see the beginnings of that. It was so cute, especially with the whole frog thing, at the end. That was pretty cool. I liked it. It's cool. But the biggest thing I enjoyed about this pilot episode was the fact that it had a consistent feel with the entire season. You know what I mean? Sometimes you look at a pilot and you look at a most recent episode and it's so different. You're like, oh, what? It's not even the same show. No, it feels like the same show because it was good from day one. It was just tight and on point with Jane being just Jane, and the Jane you saw then is the Jane you see now, and it's so good to see. It was like having a time machine and going back in time and watching this amazing thing that you know is going to evolve yet still feel familiar. I loved it. It was just fantastic. It was a great moment. Now let's move on to what didn't work. I have to admit, I'm really nitpicking on this because it's not a huge deal. It didn't bother me as much, but I have to be honest with you guys and I have to tell you, for me, in the pilot, what didn't work. Psychic Jane was not my favorite side of Jane. I'm sorry, I wasn't quite crazy about him. He's all suave and a little bit too cocky and yeah, it wasn't my favorite aspect of Jane. So wasn't crazy about that. And the other thing I didn't like was Cho was a bit mouthy, just a bit too talkative. Not like the calm and serene and one-word Cho that we have now that's just so awesome. He was more of like, he was banging your wife, see? Like that kind of thing. It's just kind of weird. I was like, ooh, that's not Cho. That's not the Cho I know. So a little bit of difference there. But again, it didn't take anything away from the fact that I loved this episode. I loved it so much. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. If you haven't watched The Mentalist pilot in a very long time, stop what you're doing right now. Go grab your DVD if you have it. Go on iTunes if you don't. Buy it, watch it. It's going to be worth your time. It's like watching a whole new Mentalist episode right away. Amazing. But in the meantime, let's bring it back to you and let me know what you thought of this episode and this pilot. Comment below, let me know. And of course, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to subscribe and see more of these great Mentalist reviews, I hope they're great. If you want to subscribe and see more of these Mentalist reviews, you just do that. And that's all, folks. Until next time, bye. So I know a lot of you must be wondering, what's next on the list, Americ? What are you going to review next? The next episode I'm going to review is called Bloodshot. It's season 1, episode 8. And I can't wait to talk about it.